and our webinar this evening is the SIP formula explained. Now, what is this SIP formula? Well, SIP stands for our Superior Investment Platform, which we believe that's what we've got. Earlier today, I was having a look through some paperwork and saw some very alarming figures. And so there are a lot of myths out there when it comes to retirement and money. And one of the myths that people have is that they'll have enough resources to meet their needs when they retire. And in fact, the Boston Center for Retirement Research estimates that nearly 45% of working-age households are at risk of failing to meet that simple objective. 45% of households close to retirement age. Many people believe that younger workers are better prepared for retirement than baby boomers, and in fact that is absolutely not the case. Younger workers are more vulnerable, and nearly 50% of younger workers are at risk of not having enough funds when they reach retirement. We believe, or many believe, that Social Security will still replace a significant amount of an average worker's earnings. That amount is currently running at 42%. Well, unfortunately, again, from the Boston Institute of Retirement Research, net Social Security replacement rates will drop to 30% by 2030, adjusting for the rising normal retirement age, taxation of benefits, and higher Medicare premiums. So the government has put in 401ks, and then people believe that lots of people have a lot of money saved up in their 401ks for their retirements. Now, in fact, the reality is that a typical household head approaching retirement has only $60,000 in their 401k and IRA accounts. And unfortunately, that translates into about $400 a month. Not very much. The belief amongst many younger workers is that if we save as much as our parents did, we'll be good in retirement. Unfortunately, also not the case. Current workers must save more because of the demise of traditional pensions, rising longevity, soaring healthcare costs, and falling asset returns. Some people will look to their homes when it comes to retirement. Maybe they can release some equity out of their homes, but of course, the truth of the matter is you still need somewhere to live. And on average, the Boston Institute for Retirement Research assesses that only 45% of the equity in your home may be accessible come retirement age. Now, we've all discovered to our cost that many of the traditional investment opportunities that we invested in have proved lacking. And indeed, some of us that put our trust in what seem to be blue chip things have proved similarly lacking. I know I'm certainly in that boat. The bottom line is that no investment advisor cares about your money as much as you do. Why should they? And none of them are as engaged in making it grow as you are. But if you had access to an investment which combined asset classes, the first of which doubles in value every 10 years, the second of which has outperformed inflation by, on average, 3.3% per annum over the last 100 years. That second asset, the UN estimates that demand for this asset will increase by 60% over the next 25 years. The next asset in this hybrid investment can multiply by 100% depending on circumstance. And the final asset, interestingly enough, was worth nothing just 5 years ago. That final asset was worth nothing 5 years ago. And in 2007, that asset class was worth 40.4 billion euros, which translates to about $50 billion. So if you were able to take charge of your future and invest in these real assets, would they be of interest? So what are we talking about here? Well, ultimately what we're talking about is our newest investment opportunity, which is Nature Walk. It's land, teak forestry, development use, and ecological advantages.